Have you ever wondered how much does it cost for a working professional to live in the UK per month? In this video, I'm going to share my monthly expense for the month of July. I thought it will be the perfect way to start the August month, and in the past I've done this monthly expense video as a student, but it will be very interesting to share it from a working professional because I work in the marketing industry now, so that will be interesting. Like I said, I'm going to share everything right from the groceries to travel and also my rent. So stay tuned till the end of the video. So starting with the groceries. Now groceries, earlier I used to go maybe once in 2 weeks, but now that has changed because obviously I'm more flexible because everything is nearby, so I can literally go anytime that I want and just get things when they're finished. And that is kind of convenient for me because if something's finished, I just get them on the way home back from work or something like that. So the total spend for the July month was £36.5. It is quite low, to be fair, but we do have like a nice schedule and we get things which basically last us for a longer time. And when we follow that schedule, we just get things that we need literally for that week, and then we just use it up and no food goes to waste. So actually that really helps us keep the costs down and only get things that we actually need and actually eat. Now we also treated ourselves to some outside food. I am not really a fan of outside food, if you can say, because I just like that home cooked food. I like cooking, I just like eating. It also keeps the cost down, so it works for me, and my stomach is really sensitive like that. But we did have meals 3 times outside. Once we ordered some food. We also had some South Indian food that is literally right next to us, and the food was really good. So we had that, and also we traveled to Bath, so we had like a nice little lunch out there. So the total cost for eating out for the July month was £26.8, which is actually not bad again. So, we kept the cost down because obviously Nishant and I, we love cooking, and that's what we do. We kind of just have food, just cook ourselves, and that saves us money as well. Now moving on to like the general shopping that I did. Again, not too much this month because obviously I was busy, we didn't go out much and all of that. But I did get myself some new pair of shoes, Nike Air Max. I actually won it in an auction for £20. So I mean, that was such a great deal, thanks to Nishant. Obviously he found that deal. Also, if you want to win something like this in an auction, I think it's great. I've recently found out this app called Whatnot, and I'll mention the invite link in the description if ever you want to join that, because they sell some amazing things at such cheap price, and it's really like an eye-opener. Honestly, you need to try it. This is not an ad. I'm just promoting it because you can get something, I can get something from my invite link. So just join. I actually kind of needed new shoes as well, so it was perfect. And other than that, I just found like a really cute knitted jacket, and that was just for like £5. So the total cost was just £25, which I'm really proud of myself because I have a lot of clothes. I'm trying not to buy more. I'm actually trying to get rid of them all. So yeah, I did well, I think. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the travel. Now, this is particularly bus travel, which I usually only do to travel for my work. Now, it is kind of very expensive. Till last year it was fine, but I think this year it's a bit expensive because last year it costed me £2 for every ride. So £2 to go to my work and £2 to come back, which was £4 in a day. But from this year, that is from 1st January 2025, they have increased the price to £3, which costs me £6 in a day, which is actually a lot. But luckily, because I have only 4-day work week, it actually works in my favor because I actually save £6 if you see it like that. If I was working from Monday to Friday, then it would cost me more which I can't imagine. But for the month of July, it costed me 72 pounds. It's actually nice because obviously I took some holidays and everything in the middle, so that also brought the cost down. But it is kind of the bigger expense if you see it like that. As a student, when I was in Lincoln, I didn't have this cost because everything was in walking distance. So I didn't spend anything on travel unless I was traveling to some like cities or anything like that, or exploring other cities, which was mainly like London or Leicester and Nottingham and stuff like that. But yeah, that is the kind of cost that I have to do every month, which is fine because obviously I get paid to go there and everything like that, and it's work, you can't really avoid that. And I don't really work from home all the time. It's just if I have to, then I can. But I usually also prefer working from the office because the environment is just really nice, and it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. The next expense also comes in travel because obviously in the July month we traveled to Bath for something exciting. If you follow me on Instagram, obviously all of you know that Nishant and I got engaged. And yes, he proposed to me in Bath, which was amazing and it was so exciting. And yeah, that costed us 32 pounds. So that was the return ticket, so not too bad of a price. It just took us a long time to get there, like 2.5 hours. So yeah, but we got like really cheap price on TrainPal. It was nice because it gave us a really nice deal. Now moving on to the other costs. Obviously when we went to Bath, we went to Prior Park, that's where I got engaged. And for the entry fee, that was 11 pounds. So again, adding up to like other costs. So that was something that we kind of just paid for. And yeah, because that just comes in like the other costs, and we don't really go there often. This was my first time going to Bath. So that was good. Now talking about my other monthly cost, which is SIM card. You all know that I use Voxy and it is just 10 pounds and I get amazing deal with them because in that 10 pounds I get so many things, like literally just like free social media, free Voxy drops every month, and that's like really good. I'm very happy to use Voxy. I've been using it since the start, since literally the time I came to the UK. Just for the first month I used the Libara SIM, but other than that I literally switched to Voxy and it has been so nice. I don't even use my data because literally all of the social media is free, so I get 15 GB from them and it's so good. So again, if you want to join Voxy, it is amazing. I've made videos on it, so if you want to watch it, there's a link over here. And I've also mentioned the invite link down in the description below, so you can literally get 20 pounds Amazon voucher, Just Eat voucher, or even cash if you feel like. So just join. And now coming to the main big amount that I spend in a month, which is rent, which is for everyone. No one likes to pay rent, obviously. But the rent for me for this house is 550 pounds. It is a bit expensive, but we do live in a very prime area of Derby. Everything is literally in the walking distance, literally 5-10 minutes away, which is extremely convenient. Otherwise, if I would have stayed at some random location in Derby outside of the city center, I would have paid more money on the travel. So it kind of just offsets things. I just like staying over here because the apartments, everything is really nice over here, and the mall is literally right opposite to me. So it is amazing like that. And this is just the rent part. The utilities is the separate one. So the utilities, that means literally the electricity, water, Wi-Fi and the council tax. So we pay for these 4 utilities, and that is just 127 pounds per person. So adding it up, the total cost to live here is 677 pounds, which is honestly very fair price. I would rather pay for this house than spend money on traveling and on the buses, to be honest. So yeah, I'm really happy to stay over here. And the best part actually to stay over here is we do get free gym membership and free co-working space, which again saves a lot of money for us for the gym membership. And honestly, you know, like people pay for like gym memberships and go to Pure Gym and everything, but it is too crowded and I don't like crowded places. Our on-site gym is so nice that you can literally go anytime you want. It is open 24 hours, and also it is a really small gym and not many people are there at one time if you go at like a very prime time. But if you don't, then you get literally the whole gym to yourselves, and we've got that quite a few times, which we really like. And it has all the amenities, which I'm so happy about, and I love going there because it's never crowded. And other than that, we also have an on-site restaurant which we've never visited. We're planning to soon, but again, that adds to our rent as well because we get a certain discount at the restaurant. So if I do not count my rent into my monthly expense, the total expense for the month is only 213, which as a working professional, when you get a proper salary every month, it is completely affordable and it is really nice. And honestly, the half of it, like literally £100 from it, is literally I'm spending it on travel. So even if you exclude all the traveling and just the groceries and shopping bit, it's only £100, which again, it's very doable and very affordable for a working professional. But obviously, because I'm also adding rent to it, so the total expense for the month of July, including the rent, is £890, which as a working professional is really, really nice and doable. And it is actually really good because obviously you're paying more for your rent and stay, and which is completely fair. And other than that, I think Derby as a city is really cheap, except for the transport. But because we are in such a good location that everything is nearby, we don't really spend on traveling, and I love that. I genuinely love that because I wouldn't want to literally go anywhere if I'm spending so much on traveling. So it's really nice that we can just step out of our house and literally just be reliable on our feet. So that's really, really good. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you got a very realistic view of how much do you need to spend in a month as a working professional. Obviously, the costs will definitely be different for someone who's living in London and someone who's living in Manchester to someone who's living in Derby. It's completely different. It depends on the city, it depends where you're living, it depends on everything. Literally depends on travel, rent, everything. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please give this video a huge like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.